Mom, do you have a moment? I'm really stuck right now, and I need someone to talk to.
Jack, what's going on? You sound distressed. Tell me.
It's my business, Mom. It's falling apart, and I don't know how to fix it.
Jack, you can't carry this alone. Please, open up to me.
I don't want to burden you. I should handle it myself.
We're family. We face things together. Don't shut me out.
I appreciate that, but I don't want to add to your worries. This is my mess to clean up.
Keeping me in the dark will only make me more worried. Share your troubles with me, Jack.
Fine, but brace yourself. My business is a disaster. A canceled shipment cost me $200,000, and I'm drowning. We're running out of food, the kids need money, and Julia and I are struggling. The kids might have to switch schools, and I want them to attend the best private school in town, which we can barely afford. I'm suffocating in debt, Mom.
Oh my God! Why didn't you tell me earlier? You were talking about new projects recently.
That was then. Everything's gone downhill. And now Julia lost her job too. We're barely scraping by.
What? Julia lost her job? Why wasn't I informed?
I thought you didn't need more stress. She lost her job when her company shut down. We're barely making ends meet with her part-time supermarket gig.
Don't worry. We're a family. We should share our problems.
I wanted to protect you from this.
My child's pain is my pain. We can't carry this alone.
I regret letting this affect the kids and Julia.
If you're overwhelmed, let me care for the kids. You need to focus on finding solutions.
Mom, you're not young anymore. You deserve rest.
Taking care of my family is my purpose. Let me help.
If you're serious, I'll talk to Julia. But right now, I need to salvage what's left of my business.
I can't be at peace knowing you're struggling. We'll face this as a family.
I feel like I've let everyone down. The kids deserve better.
We'll get through this. Don't lose hope. Have you tried everything?
I've exhausted all options, including asking friends. It's a dead end.
Tough times test us. Stay strong. Are you willing to ask for help?
It's hard to say, but I need your financial help. I'll repay you, I promise.
I wish I could, but I'm tapped out. I've given you all I had.
You have savings. Don't let me drown when you can help.
I can't touch my savings. I gave you everything I had.
You're my last hope. I can't watch my family suffer. I hate to ask, but I need your help financially. I'll pay you back, I swear.
I'm sorry, Jack. I wish I could, but I can't give you what I don't have.
You're sitting on savings. You can't let your own son drown when you could save him.
It's not that simple. That money isn't mine to give.
You're my last hope. Screw the rules. Can't you see I'm falling apart here?
This isn't about rules. It's your sister's education fund. I can't touch it.
Seriously? You're letting your son suffer while you hold on to that money?
You don't understand, Jack. It's not about holding back. It's not mine.
You're playing favorites. You always have. I can't believe you're doing this to your own blood.
That's enough, Jack. Don't you dare question my love. Don't drag up the past.
Maybe that's why Dad left. He realized you were too damn stubborn to care about anyone but yourself.
You've crossed every line, Jack. I can't believe you're saying this after everything. I'm disgusted.
Remember this, Mom. You've made your choice.
Mom, I'm aware of what happened between you and Jack. I'm so sorry about it.
I'm feeling quite down about it. Maybe I failed in raising Jack properly.
I apologize on his behalf, Mom. I never thought he could treat you like that. I confronted him and made it clear that his words were completely unacceptable.
Thank you for understanding, Julia. I don't want this dispute between you and Jack to persist because of me. It's crucial for both of you to communicate openly.
I do understand, Mom. I'm putting in all my effort to work with Jack and resolve our issues. I hope you can find it in your heart to eventually forgive him. His words were probably fueled by frustration.
I understand your perspective, Julia. I'm not blaming you for any of this. I'm largely disappointed in myself for not being capable of supporting either of you.
This isn't your fault, Mom. We should have handled things differently and prevented this situation from escalating to this extent.
Don't burden yourself with too much guilt, Julia. I heard that you've been actively seeking a better job to contribute to the family's finances. How's that going?
My current part-time job barely pays enough, so I've been juggling multiple responsibilities just to make ends meet. Jack's under enormous pressure, and it's leading to his increasing irritability. I realize it's because of his stress, but it's affecting me too.
I'm deeply sorry to hear that. You're an extraordinary woman, Julia. Thank you for standing by Jack's side during these grueling times. I genuinely appreciate your commitment.
Your appreciation means the world to me. If I hadn't married Jack, I wouldn't have had the privilege of knowing a remarkable mother-in-law like you. You've welcomed me into the family and made me feel truly valued.
The fact that we found each other amid the chaos of life is a true blessing. I'm overjoyed to have a daughter-in-law who possesses such empathy and understanding.
If I ever need assistance with the kids, I won't hesitate to reach out to you. Your support is invaluable.
Thank you, Julia. Please, prioritize your own well-being and health. Don't let these challenges consume you. I trust that you'll have a serious conversation with Jack regarding his behavior.
I'm committed to that, Lucy. I'm determined to ensure he acknowledges his mistakes and works towards making amends.
Thank you, Julia. Your dedication and understanding mean more than you know.
Mom, we need to talk. Can you spare a moment right now?
What's going on? Why do you seem so urgent?
I owe you an apology, and I need to make things right.
An apology? What did you do, Jack?
I need to say sorry for the way I treated you. The argument with Julia earlier, it opened my eyes to how terribly wrong I was. The things I said to you were unforgivable.
I was beyond furious with you, Jack. I never imagined you could be so cruel.
I know, Mom. I was out of line, completely. I was in a blind rage, and I took it all out on you. I regret it more than words can express.
It's not easy to forgive such hurtful words, Jack.
You're right, Mom, but I have to try. I was wrong to accuse you of favoritism and lash out like that. I am ashamed of myself.
We'll see if time can heal this wound. But moving forward, you must find healthier ways to cope with your struggles, especially within the family.
I promise you, I will. This was a wake-up call, and I want to change. Not just for me, but for everyone around me.
That's a step in the right direction. Now, what else did you want to talk about?
Brace yourself. Things are about to get even tougher. I'm planning to shut down my business and look for a regular job. It's time to let go of my entrepreneurial dream.
Are you being serious? What happened? Why the sudden change?
Julia and I had a long, hard talk. We're drowning, Mom. We need stability more than ever. We need steady income to cover our mounting expenses and secure the kids' education.
It's devastating to see how much you're struggling, Jack.
We've hit rock bottom. And, well, we were thinking we might have to move in with you for a while.
What? What happened to your house?
We had to sell it to scrape together enough to pay off debts. I got entangled with loan sharks, and it spiraled into a nightmare. Our lives were haunted by relentless debt collectors. Selling the house was our only way out, but now we're left without a home.
Oh my God. I can't believe what you've had to endure.
It's been a living hell, but I wanted to be honest with you. I didn't want to keep this from you.
You never have to hide anything from me. You and the kids are always welcome here. It might be cramped, but it's a roof over your heads. And I'll do whatever it takes to help with the grandchildren.
Thank you, Mom. Your support means everything to us. We'll be packing up and moving there right now. Oh, you are amazing. I know I can count on you.
We're family, Jack. No matter what, we'll face this storm together.
You've been working so tirelessly lately, taking care of the kids while Jack and I head to work. I want to express my gratitude by cooking up a delicious meal for you. Please make sure to finish it all. I put a lot of love into preparing these dishes.
Julia, I've already had a meal. You're working so hard, day in and day out, and yet you still wake up early to take care of me like this. It fills me with a sense of guilt. I'm still perfectly healthy, so there's no need for any extra supplements. Save those for yourself or the kids.
Please don't say that. Jack's early mornings are consumed by his new job, so I'm taking up the responsibility of looking after you even more. How can I let you settle for anything less than high-quality meals? If Jack were to find out, he'd certainly scold me, Mom.
Oh, Julia, I truly feel fine, so don't stress yourself out too much. If Jack were to blame you, just let me know. I'll give my son a stern talking to. You've sacrificed so much for my son and this family. I deeply appreciate all that you do.
No, Mom. Taking care of you is my duty as a daughter-in-law. I'm Jack's legal wife and part of this family. I wouldn't allow myself to be neglectful to anyone under this roof.
While I might not have much to offer, your understanding means the world to me. I'm so fortunate to have a considerate and devoted daughter-in-law like you.
I owe a lot of my gratitude to my own mother. For quite some time now, I've come to regard you as my own mother. So, caring for you is more than just a duty. It brings me happiness knowing I have a mother in my life.
Words can't express how grateful I am. Instead of thanking you, I'll simply enjoy the meal you've prepared.
Enjoy your meal, Mom. I'll strive to diversify the menu and keep things interesting for you.
I never could have imagined that someone who portrayed herself as kind and dutiful as you, Julia, would stoop to such a despicable act. Cunning. You're like a venomous snake.
What in the world are you talking about? I'm completely lost here. Why are you suddenly so furious?
How dare you play innocent? You've always pretended to love and care for me. But what's really hiding behind that facade? Hatred? Resentment? Enough to drive you to murder me?
What? What on earth are you saying? Why would I want to harm you? I treat you like my own mother. These accusations are baseless. I've given my all to care for you, and now I'm being falsely accused?
Spare me your excuses. Lately, I've been feeling unwell, and my hair has been falling out more than usual. The doctor's diagnosis shocked me. I've been suffering from prolonged exposure to a harmful toxin. From the moment these symptoms emerged, I've been haunted by doubts. The doctor confirmed that this poison doesn't leave traces when cooked with food. And who's been meticulously preparing my nutritious meals these past few weeks? It was you, plotting to poison me.
This is impossible. There's no way this could be true. You're accusing me without any evidence. Is there something you dislike about me? Is that why you're concocting these wild accusations to get rid of me?
Oh, baseless, you say? I have all the evidence I need to prove your guilt.
Evidence? What evidence? I haven't harmed you in any way you're suggesting.
Let me enlighten you. I discreetly set up hidden cameras around this house. I witnessed you pouring an unmarked packet of powdered substance into the food you prepared for me. Your cunning and malevolence knows no bounds. Were you attempting to poison me to death? You're going to pay dearly for this. I'll report this to the police and ensure justice is served.
No, it can't be. He assured me everything would be fine. Lucy, please listen to me. Things aren't as they seem. I messed up, but it didn't result in anything harmful. Just a few strands of hair lost. Mother, please understand my perspective. Have compassion for your grandsons and forgive me. How will they see me when they find out I tried to harm their grandmother?
You want me to show mercy to the children, but you had no qualms about slowly poisoning their grandmother? You're a vile witch. After all, what did I do to deserve such hatred from you? I'll ensure everyone knows the truth about you. How will your parents feel knowing their daughter is capable of such wickedness? I'll kick you out of this house, and you will be held accountable for your heinous actions. Don't waste your breath begging for my forgiveness.
Fine, go ahead and expose me, but you'll regret it. Let me tell you one thing. The real monster in this is not just me, but your own son.
What do you mean? Are you trying to rattle me? It won't work.
I'm laying it all out. Your son was my accomplice. He was the one who procured the poison and orchestrated this whole scheme. Your son is the one harming you.
You're deranged. How dare you drag my son into this? You can't possibly be so heartless as to try and poison your own mother. Is this some twisted ploy to get me to forgive you?
Don't believe me? Go ahead and ask him directly. Want to know why he did it? Because you're selfish, Greedy. He can't stand that you hold on to the house and your savings. After all, you won't be around much longer, right? Your son and grandson can live a comfortable life once you're out of the picture. You never cared to help them, yet you still cling to your possessions and nag us incessantly. If you had just handed over the house and assets earlier, things wouldn't have escalated to this point.
Impossible. You're fabricating lies. Jack would never do such a thing to me. I know my son far better than you do, and he's not capable of this cruelty.
Do you really understand him as well as you think? He's sweet and subservient in your presence. But behind your back, he's consumed by insatiable greed for money. Do you hear me? Do you remember his heartfelt apology and remorse? It was all an act, both of us playing our roles to evoke your sympathy. Little did we know you'd remain unmoved, holding on to your precious property.
You're creating a tale to drive a wedge between me and my son. You're nothing short of a poisonous snake.
I won't lie any longer. The truth is out now. You should find your dear son and ask him.
Jack, you need to explain yourself right now. Why would you sink to such a despicable and heartless level?
What's this sudden accusation, Mom? Why are you talking like this?
Tell me the truth. Did you truly conspire with Julia to poison me just to lay your hands on my house and savings? It's tearing me apart, Jack.
No, Mom, that's not true. There must be some misunderstanding here. How could you think I'd do something so vile to my own mother?
I wish I could believe it's a misunderstanding, but I have seen the evidence and heard the confession. How could you betray me in such a horrifying way? I've given you everything, and this is how you repay me?
This is insane. I would never do something like that. What evidence are you talking about? I don't understand any of this.
I set up hidden cameras in this house, and I watched as Julia poisoned my food. She admitted that you were her accomplice in this wicked act.
You're falling for her lies. She must have manipulated the situation to her advantage, trying to turn us against each other.
I'm beyond disappointed, Jack. I conducted a thorough investigation before confronting you. It's time for you to come clean before I take further steps.
Mom, I beg you to believe me. I was under some twisted influence from Julia. She convinced me that incapacitating you would give her control over the house and savings. I never intended to hurt you like this. Please, think of me as your own son and find it in your heart to forgive me. Our children still need their father, right?
Your words fall on deaf ears, Jack. Do you even deserve to be a father and teach your children anything? I won't let them grow up to be heartless and treacherous like you. Both you and Julia will face the consequences for your actions.
Fine, if that's how it's going to be, Lucy. Don't for a second think that just because you gave birth to me, you have the right to pass judgment. What have you ever done for me throughout all these years? I've been struggling on my own. Your divorce from Dad exposed me to ridicule and bullying. Did you ever once think about that? You've always favored my sister, leaving me in the shadows. Do you even grasp how that feels? While you enjoyed the house and money, I was left to fend for myself. Can you even begin to understand the humiliation I've endured? Who I am today is a product of your treatment.
Perhaps it was a mistake to think strictness would shape you into a better person. I left your father not just for myself, but to shield both of you from his destructive behavior. I couldn't bear the thought of you growing up in a home tainted by his cheating and gambling. I feared he might turn his violence toward both of you, just as he did to me.
That's impossible. You're twisting the truth. Everything that's unfolded is because of your choices. So don't you dare put the blame solely on me.
I don't expect you to realize your own failings. You will face the consequences for your actions. I won't waste any more words on this. I hope you reflect on your deeds and find some semblance of remorse.
No, you're lying. This can't be happening.
After the tumultuous events that unfolded, my son Jack and my daughter-in-law Julia had to face the consequences of their deliberate actions to harm others in pursuit of property and attempted murder. They pleaded for my forgiveness. Yet I believed that they needed time. 17 years in jail. to truly comprehend the weight of their mistakes. In the aftermath, I embarked on a journey of solo travel, seeking solace and healing from the emotional shocks that had shaken me. During this time, I took the children into my care, providing them with the nurturing and guidance they needed. Witnessing them flourish into healthy, obedient young individuals brought me a deep sense of contentment. As they grew, they became a source of strength and companionship for me, helping me to cope with the trials I had faced. Life moved forward, and while scars remained from the past, they served as a reminder of the importance of family, trust, and resilience. My heart remained open, understanding that forgiveness could only be fully achieved through genuine remorse and transformation. In the end, I found solace in nurturing the new generations, fostering a bond that was rooted in love, understanding, and the lessons learned from our shared journey.